Welcome everybody to our second session in this part of the program. For those of you who've joined us, my name is Jennifer Peasley. I'm the University Librarian at La Trobe University in Melbourne, Australia, and I'm your chair for this session. This next part of our session is about effective data mining protocols to enhance student learning. And our speaker is Dr. Ling Chen. Dr. Chen is a full professor at the Department of Teacher Education at California State University at East Bay. She develops and teaches courses for both teaching credential programs and educational technology graduate programs. Her research focuses on the educational uses of new media and other emerging technologies, particularly the impact of such technologies on teaching and learning, and the design of new media-enriched interactive learning environments for learners. She has published numerous articles in educational technology journals and presents regularly at national and international educational technology conferences and serves on a number of editorial boards for research journals in education technology. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Chen.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming to my section. My name is Ling Chen. I come from California State University at East Bay. East Bay located at San Francisco Bay Area in United States. San Francisco is in California. I have been teaching been a full professor for 22 years, and I have been presenting in a lot of conferences, and I'm also a Chinese yo-yo player, a performer, and I have been performed in a stage like this numerous times for Chinese yo-yo, but this is my first time to do a conference presentation in a theater like this, and I'm honored. Thank you for the organization to arrange the situation for me. I'm going to talk about effective data mining protocol. So first of all, let's talk about my presentation agenda. I will talk about definition of this data-driven decision making. From now on, I will just talk about DDDM. And then I will talk about the needs of data mining in education. And then move on to types of data systems. And we'll move to issues of DDDM for teaching and learning. And then the last one is the data mining protocols. And I think that's what you want to see, how I implement this, and what are the protocols available and can help for your institutions. The definition of DDDM is a systematic process to gather, to store, to analyze, and to apply data to make decisions for increasing performance. It has been proved very successful in business, but not in education. And why? We all know that there are hundreds, thousands of data systems available in education. And why DDDM is not very effective in education? It is because few teachers are able to use the data to improve their teaching, to help their student learning. So it's very important for teachers to know the DDDM strategies, and that's why I stand here, try to present my paper. Before we talk about the DDDM systems in United States, I would like to talk about the types of data systems, because data system is the prerequisite of DDDM. To talk about DDDM, we need to know the data systems. And in United States, there are numerous educational data systems. Any school districts or any universities, they can use any data systems as they want, as long as they were convinced by the business company. And how to choose and what to choose, that is a good question. Okay? And I list a few samples, like Areas, Destiny, ORS, Crunchers, etc. You name it, there are too many data systems available in education and also in business. But according to my research, I classified into 4 main types of data system. The first one is the students' information system. Students' information system is to gather students' information, their attendance, their demographic informations, their score, and sometimes and also the school schedules. And the second type is the data warehouse. Data warehouse is just like the mother of small data system. They collect all the data together. The third type is about instructional and curriculum management system. This type of data systems provide lesson plans for teachers and also provide resources such as state content standards or collaboration tools for teachers. It is very important in the United States. Teachers have to follow state content standards to teach. So each state, they claim and they value the state content standards a lot. So the good thing about instructional curriculum management system is they try to match the content with the state standards. So teachers can follow the state standards, looking for lesson plans, and then get the appropriate lesson and plan to teach their lesson. The last type is assessment systems. Assessment systems are, according to the name, it is about the collecting of the scores, like state scores. In California, we call STAR, S-T-A-R. It is a California State Standard Test. And every state in the United States, we have different state standard tests. Popular educational data systems in U.S. school districts, according to a research, okay, the popular educational data system, it's not specific what name, because there are so many data systems available. However, there are 4 main types of data systems, which I just mentioned. And most of the school districts, according to a big scale, a nationwide standard, investigating 1,400 school districts throughout the United States, we find that student information systems are preferred most by school districts. They like student information systems, which can collect students' demographic data, attendance, and test score, and also some schedule. And the school districts like students' information systems better than instructional curriculum management systems. Instructional curriculum management system is the system I just mentioned, provide lesson plans and also provide instructional resources. However, most of the school districts, they will go with student information system instead of instructional curriculum management system. And this is the fact in the United States. Advantage of DDTM, according to a research, it finds that if a school district apply a data system in their school system for years, they find students' performance will be better than the school districts who do not provide a data system. And also, it will improve instruction. Teachers' instruction also get improved because teachers can get access to the data easily. And also, the data usually will drive teachers to help them to get a better instruction, especially when the teachers get the data, the student score is not so good, or the data comparison with the last year is not so good, and then it will drive teachers to teach harder or to plan better, to have a better instruction. Issues of DDDM in education. The first problem is the teacher's time constraint. Teacher has very limited time because they have full-day teaching, and they also have to grade assignments or test scores or tests, etc. They are almost booked during the day. So it is a big issue. Teachers cannot find time to read the data, to access the data, or sometimes teachers cannot analyze the data. They don't know how to analyze it. And by the way, the collected data usually is quantitative. It's in numerical format. And numerical format does not tell the teachers why the student did not do well. And then the collected data is also overwhelming. There are so many data. Teachers sometimes just overwhelmed by the data. They don't know which data to select and how to interpret and how to use. And that's the problem. So it's very important to find out the issue and to solve the problem. And here, according to my research, I find there are 3 main types of data mining strategies in education and can help in education. The first one is the capacity building intervention. And the second one is THETA and Hasper's 11-step protocol. The third one is data gallery walk protocol. Now I'm going to introducing each one of them, so you will have a better understanding about the strategy. The first one, capacity building intervention, also called CBIS. It means to help teachers build the capacity in applying DDDM-based instruction to increase their teaching. And you might wonder how to help teachers build capacity in applying DDDM-based instruction. So, to help teachers to apply DDDM-based instructional strategies, school leaders play a key role. School leaders, number one, they should build a common vision. They should build a common vision about what they want to achieve. For example, they want to increase the API score from 700 to 850. By the way, API is the Academic Performance Index. API score is very important. Each school, every school in the United States, as long as it is a public school, they have an API score. And API score determines whether you did a good job for teaching and your student did a good job in their learning or not. So the school leaders, they should build a common vision. For example, increase API score. And then they should encourage a school culture with open sharing and creating structure for teaching. And then they should support staff to analyze data, organize strategic planning, and implement their ideas. The second data mining protocol is THETA and Hasper's 11-step protocol. According to the diagram, I think when you see the diagram, you will get overwhelmed. 11 steps, so many. How can I remember? Although THETA and Hasper's, they classify the 11 steps into 4 categories. The first category is about diagnose causes of underperformance, starting from the right upper corner, okay? To diagnose the reasons for the underperformances, and then move on to design and the executions of plan of action, to have an action plan, and then move on to process monitor the implementation process. And then the last one is to evaluate of results by the means of performance feedback. Although they classify into these 4 categories, and as you can see, there are circular arrows. That means this process can go repeated. However, it is still too much. Don't you feel a little bit daunting? Too much steps, right? Yeah. So critiques, there are lots of critiques. Number one, the process is not simple. Number two, many stakeholders must be involved, including the students themselves. And the task seems daunting. Yeah. And fortunately, I find one which is very good, data gallery walk protocol. Gallery walk is a new teaching and learning strategies. I'm not quite sure, have you heard about it? Let's watch a video about what is data gallery walk learning strategy.
Gallery walk Today, you are going to work in small groups to create a poster and share it with others. Your teacher will break the class into groups. Each group is going to get a topic and some support materials. Read and discuss the materials with your group members. Next, your group is going to make a poster about the assigned topic. Everyone in the group should add something to the poster. You can include words and pictures. When creation time is up, your teacher will post the work. Next, your teacher will give you a number by counting off. All of the students who are given the number 1 stand by poster number 1. All of the 2s stand by poster 2, and all of the students who got number 3 stand by poster 3. Look at the poster. If you are viewing the poster that you helped to create, it's your job to explain the creation to the new group. When the teacher says rotate, move to the next poster. If you are viewing the poster that you helped to create, explain this poster to the group. Continue rotating until all of the posters have been viewed and explained. Gallery walk.
Okay, gallery walk, a new teaching and learning strategies. And we can apply the same concept for data mining. And how to apply the same concept for data mining? So, in the data mining gallery walk, staff will be assigned into small groups. And then each group will be given multiple year data on a specific topic. For example, suspension rate or a particular test score. And then each group makes a summary poster for the topic. And then they can post in a multi-purpose room or in any area that public can access. And faculty usually, for example, in our university, we have a multi-purpose room. We also have a faculty development room. So the poster can be available in either room. And for faculty, have time and then to walk around to be able to learn what is the data, what the data means. So as long as the data faculty or instructors or teachers know how to read the data, and then they will improve their instruction. And if they improve their instruction, their students' learning will also improve. So this is very important. Yeah. To talk about data mining, our ultimate goal is to enhance students' learning. And how to enhance students' learning? Teachers' instructional strategy need to be improved. And how to improve teachers' teaching pedagogy? Teachers must be able to read the data and to use the data, to analyze the data. So data gallery walk protocol can help teachers to learn how to analyze, interpret, and then apply the data. And advantages is less daunting compared with the number 1, number 2 protocols I just presented. It's less daunting. Number 2, it's easy access. You can post in a multi-purpose room, or you can post in a faculty development center. And then there's also other option. As a digital, we are in a digital age. So we can also post, make it available as a digital format and available to all the faculty through either Blackboard or through email. So as long as teacher, faculty, or any instructors, they have access to those data and know how to analyze the data, how to apply the data, and then teaching, the quality will be improved. And also, it's more interesting. Yeah. So we need to make the poster, just like the one I show you in cartoon style. We need to make the poster more friendly, user-friendly, more easy to read. Okay, any question? Of course, not end, okay? So conclusion from my literature review and also the protocol I presented. Teachers need easy to read and up-to-date data that is readily accessible. It's very important. Readily accessible. When they have a question about the data, they can readily accessible to know where I can find the data, where I can analyze the data, how to read the data. So readily accessible is very important. Number two, schools need to assign time to analyze the data, to set goals, to plan strategies, to implement the plan, and to reevaluate the goal and plan. And here, in my presentation, I present the data gallery work protocol. And currently, I'm a faculty, a full professor, and research is my expertise, my major area. So I'm using the data gallery work, and then a research study is conducted right now. We are still collecting data, so the paper haven't been, entire research data haven't been collecting, has not completed yet. So it's ongoing research. I'm investigating 2 middle school teachers in California. They are public schools. They're applying DDDM strategies to improve their teaching in 2 math intervention programs. And here is my research link. So let's go there. Okay. For conducting the research, I have 2 student assistants. They help me to develop, they are actually also the teachers. They help me to develop a website. In the website, the purpose of the website is to help teachers, parents, and also students be able to read the data systems their school use. The school happen to use the ARIES, AERIES data systems. And as I mentioned and emphasized the importance of being able to read the data. So we create this protocol to help in digital format to let teachers and let students and let parents, they can access to the ARIES data system at any time. And this is we provide written tutorial and also video tutorial. The written tutorial you just see is created with the new concept called multimedia text concept, which is Google Doc format. It's very popular in United States right now. This is a new, I try to use this in my research because I think this is a website is 24/7 access for all the teachers, students, and parents. So my goal is not just allow teachers to be able to read the data, to analyze the data, to apply the data. I also hope parents can read the data, analyze the data, and help their students. And also students should be able to read the data, analyze the data for themselves, to improve themselves. So that's the purpose of the website. And we use the website for teachers, for all the math teachers in the middle school to access the system. We instruct them how to access the system. This is very similar to data gallery work, but I put in digital format. And so we provide written tutorial. We also provide video tutorial to help them. And again, I just mentioned about this is a multi-text concept. I'm not quite sure, have you heard about the term? But in United States, it is very popular. Google Docs has the hyperlink, hypertext ability. So in K-12 schools, higher education, I did not see so popular. But in K-12 schools, lots of teachers, and we provide professional development to help K-12 schools, teachers to be able to use the multimedia text concept to develop curriculum, lesson plan, etc. for their teaching. And I use the same concept to help teachers because lots of teachers, they already know the multimedia text concept. So we use this to develop our gallery work and for teachers, and also for parents, and also for students to be able to read the data. Okay, so thank you very much. And right now we have some time for question and answer. So feel free to ask, and I hope I can help you in some way.